Is CS2 unplayable on your low-end PC? Today I'm showing you the ultimate 2026 potato PC setup to make Counter-Strike 2 smoother, faster, and finally playable again. By the end of this video, your CS2 should feel lighter, smoother, and far more responsive, even on a potato PC. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dive in. So guys, open Steam first. Once Steam opens, click on Steam in the top left corner, then go to Settings. Now click on the in-game section. Find Steam Overlay and turn it off. This overlay runs in the background and hooks into your game. Think of this like trying to play a match while someone keeps placing a transparent window in front of your screen. Even if you ignore it, it still uses resources. Turning it off frees CPU and RAM, which is extremely important on low-end PCs. Now move to the Interface tab. Look for GPU Accelerated Web Views. If you see it, turn it off. This feature uses your GPU to render Steam's menus and pages. Think of this like making your weak GPU work on Steam menus while you need that same power for CS2. Turning it off saves GPU resources for the actual game. Now go to the Downloads tab. Find the option that pauses or stops downloads while gaming and enable it. This prevents Steam from downloading updates in the background while you're in a match. Think of this like sharing your internet and disk speed with another task while trying to clutch around. Downloads can cause stutters, ping spikes, and FPS drops. Pausing them keeps everything focused on CS2. Now here's something a lot of players skip: launch options. Launch options help remove unnecessary startup behavior and make the game load cleaner. Go to your Steam library, right-click Counter-Strike 2, click Properties, and find the Launch Options box. Inside that box, type -novid -fullscreen. Now just close the window. Steam saves it automatically. Let me explain why this matters. -novid removes the intro video when the game launches. Think of this like skipping ads before a video. Instead of wasting time loading unnecessary animations, the game opens faster and gets you straight into the menu. Now, full screen forces the game to launch directly in full screen mode. Think of this like giving CS2 the whole road, instead of making it share space with windows in the background. Full screen usually gives better performance, lower input delay, and smoother gameplay on low-end PCs. These two simple commands reduce startup delay, help the game load cleaner, and make sure CS2 starts in the best performance mode possible. And for a potato PC, small tweaks like this add up fast.
SkinMonkey is one of the most trusted sites where you can both buy and trade CSGO and CS2 skins. It's fast, safe, and super easy to use. Use my promo code TITU and get $5 free on your first trade. You can also grab daily rewards from the freebies tab, and if you ever need help, there's a 24/7 live chat. The site shows you every skin detail like exterior, type, and color, and supports many payment methods. Use my code TITU to get a free $5 plus 35% extra on every deposit.
Now guys, open Counter-Strike 2, then go to Settings and open the Video tab. If you're on a potato PC, the best resolution is not what pros use. It's the one your system can actually run smoothly. So now we're going to find the highest playable resolution for your setup. First, set display mode to full screen. This gives the game full control of your screen and usually lowers input delay. Think of this like giving CS2 the whole road instead of making it share traffic with windows in the background. Now set aspect ratio to 4:3. This can improve FPS on many low-end systems and also makes enemy models appear wider. Think of this like zooming the image slightly. Targets can feel easier to see and track. Now for the most important part, resolution. Integrated graphics and weak GPUs struggle most with native widescreen resolutions. Lower stretched resolutions often perform much better. Do not blindly copy one setting. Test these one by one in this exact order. First, try 1280 by 960. This gives the best clarity while still offering decent performance. Think of this like driving a car with clear windows. You can see more detail, but it still costs some power. If FPS is still not good enough, move to 1024 by 768. This is usually the best balance between visibility and performance. Think of this like carrying less weight while still keeping good control. Smoother FPS without making the game look too rough. If your PC still struggles, go to 800 by 600. This gives more FPS by reducing the rendering workload further. Think of this like simplifying the job so your system can complete frames faster. And if your PC is truly in survival mode, use 640 by 480. This is emergency mode for maximum FPS. Think of this like removing almost all extra weight just to keep the engine moving. Now test each resolution in a deathmatch or practice server. Pay attention to FPS, smoothness, visibility, and how easy it feels to aim. The goal is not the prettiest resolution. It's the one that gives you the best playable experience. Now let's go to the part that matters most for Potato PC survival: advanced video settings. If your old system is struggling, this is where we remove heavy visual load and force CS2 to focus on FPS instead of graphics. First, find Boost Player Contrast and set it to Disabled. This feature adds extra visual processing to make players stand out more. Think of this like adding extra lighting effects in a room. It may help visibility, but your weak system has to do extra work. Turning it off saves performance. Now find Vertical Sync and set it to Disabled. This removes frame synchronization delay. Think of this like waiting at a traffic signal before moving. Turning it off removes that forced wait, helping lower input delay and improving responsiveness. Next, find NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency. If you do not have an NVIDIA GPU, set this to Disabled. Think of this like trying to use a tool made for a different machine. If it doesn't apply to your hardware, leave it off and avoid unnecessary overhead. Now locate Multi-Sampling Anti-Aliasing and set it to None. This removes edge smoothing that costs performance. Think of this like polishing every corner of a wall when all you need is the wall itself. It looks nicer, but wastes power. Now set Global Shadow Quality to Low. Shadows are expensive on old hardware. Think of this like drawing extra dark shapes everywhere on the map. More work for no real FPS benefit. Next, set Model/Texture Detail to Low. This reduces texture memory and rendering load. Think of this like using lighter boxes instead of heavy ones, easier for your system to carry. Now find Shader Detail and set it to Low. This lowers special material and lighting effects. Think of this like removing shiny paint and reflections so the job gets done faster. Next, set Particle Detail to Low. This helps during smokes, sparks, and explosions. Think of this like reducing visual chaos during fights so your PC doesn't choke when action starts. Now set Ambient Occlusion to Disabled. This removes extra shadow depth effects. Think of this like turning off decorative shadows that look nice but slow everything down. Next, find High Dynamic Range and set it to Performance. This reduces lighting complexity. Think of this like using a simple light bulb instead of a full studio lighting setup. Much easier to run. Finally, set Fidelity FX Super Resolution based on how weak your PC is. Start with Quality if your FPS is close to playable. Use Balanced if you need more FPS. Use Performance if your PC is heavily struggling. Think of this like rendering a smaller image first, then stretching it smartly to look better. Less work for your system, more FPS for you. These settings massively reduce render load, remove unnecessary effects, and give your old hardware the highest possible chance to run CS2 smoothly in 2026.
Alright guys, let's do a hidden Windows tweak that can actually help Potato PCs feel smoother in CS2. Press the Windows key, type PowerShell, then find Windows PowerShell in the search results. Right-click on it and choose Run as Administrator. Once the blue PowerShell window opens, click inside it and type Get-MMAgent. Then press Enter. This command shows different memory features Windows is currently using. Now carefully look for memory compression. If it says true, that means Windows is compressing RAM in the background to save space. Now type Disable-MMAgent-MC, then press Enter. This disables memory compression. Think of this like stuffing clothes tightly into a suitcase to save space. It works, but every time you need something, you have to unpack it first. That unpacking takes CPU power and adds delay. On weak PCs, those tiny delays can turn into frame time spikes, micro stutters, and unstable gameplay. By disabling it, your RAM stays ready to use instantly instead of being packed and unpacked constantly. Now guys, let's do one of the most important survival tweaks for potato PCs with 4GB or 8GB RAM, setting proper virtual memory. Press the Windows key, type View Advanced System Settings, and open it from the search results. Once the window opens, look for the Performance section, then click on Settings. A new window will appear. Go to the Advanced tab. Now look for Virtual Memory and click on Change. Once the new window opens, remove the checkmark from Automatically Manage Paging File Size for all drives. This allows us to enter the correct values manually. Now select your main drive, which is usually the C drive. Then choose Custom Size. Now I'll show you exactly how to calculate the values so you understand it yourself. If you have 4GB RAM, open the calculator. Type 4 multiplied by 1024, then press Enter. You will get 4096. This becomes your initial size. Now take 4096, multiply it by 1.5, then press Enter. You will get 6144. This becomes your maximum size. Now enter initial size 4096, maximum size 6144. If you have 8GB RAM, open the calculator. Type 8 multiplied by 1024, then press Enter. You will get 8192. This becomes your initial size. Now take 8192, multiply it by 1.5, then press Enter. You will get 12,288. This becomes your maximum size. Now enter initial size 8192, maximum size 12,288. After entering your values, click on Set, then click OK. Think of this like giving your system an emergency water tank. When your main RAM runs dry during heavy gameplay, Windows can instantly use this backup space instead of freezing or choking. This helps prevent crashes, reduces freezes, and improves stability when your RAM becomes full while playing CS2 on low-end hardware.
If you tired of lag and high ping in your games, GearUp Booster is here to fix that. It makes your game connection smooth and fast, so your shots register instantly and your reactions feel sharper. No complicated setup, it works automatically in the background. Stop losing rounds to bad ping. Download GearUp Booster free now from the link in the description and enjoy smooth, lag-free gameplay.
Now guys, let's remove two background services that can hurt potato PC performance, especially if you're using an HDD or low RAM system. Press the Windows key, type Services, and open the Services app from the search results. Once the window opens, you'll see a long list of background services. Scroll down and find Sysmain. Double-click on Sysmain to open its properties. Now click on Stop so it stops running right now. After that, look for Startup Type, click on it, and change it to Disabled. Sysmain tries to predict what apps you'll use and preloads them into RAM. Think of this like someone filling your desk with tools you might use later, but while gaming, that just takes space and creates extra disk activity. On HDD systems, this can cause heavy stutters and long loading spikes. Next, go back to the services list and find Windows Search. Double-click on it to open its properties. Click on Stop, then change Startup Type to Disabled. Now click Apply. Windows Search constantly indexes files in the background, so search becomes faster. On weak systems, this extra load can absolutely hurt smoothness. This reduces background disk usage, lowers RAM pressure, and helps old HDD-based PCs feel much smoother in CS2, especially during map loads and heavy moments. Alright guys, let's stop Windows from slowing down your CPU in the middle of the game. Press the Windows key, type Choose a Power Plan, and open it from the search results. Once the window opens, select High Performance. If your PC also has Ultimate Performance, choose that instead because it pushes the system even harder for speed. This changes Windows from power-saving behavior to performance-focused behavior. Think of this like switching your car from Eco mode to Sport mode. Instead of trying to save fuel, it now focuses on speed and response. Now click on Change Plan Settings next to the plan you selected. Then click on Change Advanced Power Settings. a new settings window will appear. Now find Processor Power Management and expand it. Inside, locate Minimum Processor State. Set it to 100%. This means your CPU will stay ready at full speed instead of slowing down when usage drops. Think of this like keeping your engine already warmed up instead of starting from cold every time you press the accelerator. Now find Maximum Processor State. Set this to 100% as well. This allows your CPU to use its full performance whenever needed. Think of this like removing a speed cap so your processor can run at full power during heavy fights and busy scenes. Now click Apply, then click OK. These changes help prevent CPU throttling, reduce random FPS drops, and keep your frame rate much more stable on low-end PCs while playing CS2. Alright guys, try these tweaks and tell me your FPS boost in the comments. Subscribe now for more real CS2 optimization guides for low-end and potato PCs.